Hour of Get Up live from the Seaport District at Pier 17, brought to you by Chase. And here's where we're going. We're going to get up with the Lakers, who went down for the first time in forever last night. But the talk is about LeBron. Some of it is ridiculous. We're going to get into it right here. Then, Dak Prescott, a notable Pro Bowl snub. Someone at our desk is furious. We'll tell you who should and should not have made it. And then a conversation, a lifetime in the making. Why the NFL is an entirely new place this season and why everyone who loves the sport should celebrate. All that and more in this hour. Let's start. Get up right now with the game of the night. LeBron and the Lakers at Indiana. Anthony Davis sitting it out with an ankle sprain announced just before the game. Guys, fancy passing from LeBron early. Jalen, look at this little dish.
Terrific dime by LeBron James, leading the league in assists. JaVale McGee with the finish down low.
Just look at it again as he goes behind the back. The vision is there. LeBron had 9 assists on the night to go with 20 points and 9 rebounds. Here's another fancy pass from LeBron. Jay Will to Dwight Howard.
Look, his leadership has been the best I've seen it in a long time. I think that's another reason why he's in the MVP conversation, not just because of his play, but he elevates everybody around him.
Jalen behind the head.
That was just nasty. We got to see some Pacers highlights because they played pretty well.
Well, here we go. Fourth quarter, Lakers leading by 3, and that's LeBron to Howard again. Howard, 20 points, 10 for 10 from the floor. But here's where it gets away. Fourth quarter, Lakers up 2. LeBron at the line, misses 1, and then?
This is an Achilles heel for the Lakers because Dwight Howard also missed 2. When they get in close games, can they make the 3? Can they make free throws?
Here comes Malcolm Brogdon untying a tie game in the final 40 seconds. We've got the Pacers now up by a deuce, and the Lakers call their final timeout, and that's significant. Bear in mind, that was the last timeout that they used. So on their next possession, where are you going with the ball? They're going to look for LeBron. Do we like this look?
I like it, not love it. Especially against Miles Turner, you want your best player to attack the basket, leading the league in assists, either to finish or to drop it off to somebody.
Goes the other way. Sabonis gets fouled. He makes the first. He misses the second. 3 points is the differential. Here we go. Rajon Rondo. How did they get this thing wrong?
Well, he and LeBron been doing some petty towards each other. I watched a lot of these league pass games, and against the Hawks, Rajon Rondo didn't throw LeBron a lob. LeBron was about to block his shot. Now LeBron doesn't get the last second shot. Rajon Rondo knows he got to get that to the king.
It doesn't fall, and the Pacers get the win. The Lakers' 14-game road winning streak is snapped. 105-102 at Indiana. The Lakers' record is now on pace to finish with 70 wins. A win would have had them on pace to go 73-9. Either way, our Basketball Power Index projects them to go 62 wins, second most in the league, behind the Bucks. And so I want to do a little deeper conversation into this here. We talk a little bit about Achilles heels. You see the last play. David, in your mind, are the Lakers the team to beat in the Western Conference?
Absolutely. Right now, absolutely. And I think that not only that is because of this load management thing, that the Clippers will lose some games because of it, and that will put Lakers above them in the seeding. I think everything goes to the Lakers in the Western Conference.
Do you think that trying to get to 73 wins is something the Lakers will want to do, should want to do?
They just want to have a top seed in the Western Conference. The Bucks going to have the best record in the NBA, and everybody knows that because the Greek Freak and that team is going to show up on a nightly basis. As long as they wrap up the number 1 seed in the Western Conference, I think the Lakers will be happy.
And they have one of the best front lines in the NBA with AD. Last night showed you how imperative AD is into this team because Indiana dominated them in the paint. Even that's with Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee playing well.
Okay, in the meantime, I wanted to bring this back since you mentioned load management. Let's put everything onto the table in the discussion, and then we'll have it. LeBron James reiterated over the weekend his desire to play in every game he can as long as he is healthy. That goes against the league's current load management trend. Meanwhile, last night, Clippers head coach Doc Rivers was asked why his philosophy on load management is different from LeBron's. Here's what he said.
It's our philosophy. I don't know what theirs are. I think theirs is whatever LeBron says it is, to be honest.
Makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense to me. But, no, I think I like what we're doing. I think it's the smart thing to do. And, who knows? We'll see at the end.
Well, Jalen, I liked what I saw you say recently, a week or so ago, when you said the reality is this all comes down to teams only concern themselves with championships. That's the only thing that matters here. And as a consequence, we may think this stuff has been devalued because it has been devalued.
Absolutely. And I got news flash for everybody who says, yeah, Kawhi Leonard missed 21 games and they still won the championship and he led them. So therefore, this should be a trend. They actually won the championship because Kevin Durant was injured. Because Klay Thompson was hurt. The Golden State Warriors would have been my favorite to win the championship had those guys been playing. With that being said, this is a unique year in the NBA, Greeny. No Kyrie Irving with the Nets,
right.
No KD. The Knicks already have fired their coach. The Golden State Warriors are in the lottery. No Zion Williamson. You need your top players to be performing on a nightly basis. Jay Williams, not having Joel Embiid, Kawhi Leonard.
Who has a history of injury.
Anthony
Kawhi
Davis.
Leonard, who has a history of injury. Players have always sat out a game here or there. Jay Rose, you sat out a couple of games. Not saying because you were tired, but you had an injury. So wait, here's my
Jay Williams, the year I played with you, I didn't miss a game.
Jay, you never sat out one game because of injury. Not one game because you didn't miss one game your entire career because of an injury.
Never. When I had surgery.
Okay.
There was a season I played 83 games.
That's fine. That's one season. All I'm saying is that if you have an injury, how are you going to factor that into saying that, rest? So Joel Embiid has a history of injury.
So let me give you an example. I watched Kyrie Irving. I'm going to use him as an example.
Please.
Played 3 straight games on the road. 2 of those games he played over 30 minutes. And then I haven't seen him in 15 games.
I understand. Okay, that's his shoulder.
He's hurt.
He's hurt.
All right. Okay.
So what? He's hurt.
So usually when players are going to miss that amount of time, they probably get surgery, in my opinion.
That's your opinion, though, right?
Doctor.
Your opinion isn't the fact. That's your opinion. I'm just saying, though. So if he has doctors talking to him about what his situation is, and if it can't go to surgery, then that's up to Kyrie when Kyrie feels ready to go.
Correct.
And the doctors.
Correct.
So, sorry, David.
You guys are just arguing, but here's what it comes down to. It really comes down to this between Doc and LeBron. And what LeBron is doing is he's saying, I'm going to play every time because kids are going to buy tickets. But he's the most durable NBA superstar I've seen in so long. Kawhi Leonard is not that. And people talk about, Kawhi Leonard, they won the championship because KD got hurt. People forget, Kawhi Leonard missed all those games. He was also hobbled throughout the playoffs.
He was.
And if I had Kawhi Leonard on my team, I would be load managing him too. You would too. I know you would.
Here's what I want people to understand.
When it's turned into an epidemic.
The current player has realized you're going to judge them by stats, you're going to judge them by analytics, and you're going to judge them by rings.
If you had Kawhi, would you load manage him?
So therefore, I don't want to play on a Wednesday night
when did this turn into an epidemic, though?
No.
When it's not like we're seeing this across the league in massive scale. Guys have missed like 1 or 2 games.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes.
And that is simply this. In just today's show, we have talked about and if you include our pre-show meeting, we've talked about college football players. They're like all in an epidemic. They're all skipping bowl games that don't play for a championship.
Okay.
Cole Anthony now may not come back and play in college. NBA players. Russell Westbrook has missed 3 games this year due to rest. So we are in a bad place when the best thing you can do in sport is not play. The objective of these games is for people to play. And I'm not suggesting you're wrong. If I owned the Los Angeles Lakers, I'd probably try and talk LeBron into taking a day or 2 off. But that's what's wrong with the system. If the system is set up so that the best thing you can do about these games is not play them, then I think that we have identified a problem.
I think you're talking about 2 different things. I think when you're on the collegiate level, if you look forward to not playing, it's because the collegiate level will move on without you. Right? Essentially, and you have to do what's in your best interest to make sure you get drafted at the highest position and not lose draft value. I think when you get to the NBA, it becomes a different scenario. I agree with you a little bit on that. I don't think either way is wrong or right. It just is what it is. It's an illness that has no cure, Greeny.
You're 100% right. Let me just tell you this, and here's why. It is not designed for players to want to play on a nightly basis. Showing up for work is an obligation. Now we give players credit for having a good attitude, for playing hard, for playing every night. That's normal. People are buying tickets, paying hundreds and thousands of dollars to come watch these dudes play. If you're healthy, go out there and ball. The best player used to be about endurance. I'm a ball in the regular season, and I'm a ball in the playoffs, and then I'm going to win the championship. Not I'm going to take games off.
If you have an Embiid or a Kawhi, I mean, it's easy to say that about LeBron James than him to say it about himself because he is so durable. If you have an Embiid or a Kawhi or a Westbrook, or people that have multiple surgeries, and you had them on your team, wouldn't you also give them some nights off for rest or load management?
Final thought. Those 2 guys, because of specific injury circumstances, perhaps no one is talking about that.
Correct. If you're managing an injury, of course it's understandable. But LeBron James is in a position now to be on one of the best teams in the league. He did load manage in Cleveland. He did. That happened. And so
how come we didn't complain about that?
All we'll say is,
I did.